Yo guys, what is going on? It's GalJ007 here with another episode. I do apologize. I know it's been a few minutes, a few days actually since I've uploaded a video, so I do apologize for that. Obviously, if you're watching this video, it's already in sequence, so you're probably, if you're watching the series, it may not make a difference. But I still wanted to apologize to those who are, loyal and are watching it, kind of waiting for the episodes. So thank you very much for your patience, and let's keep going with the story. I hope you guys are doing great. Also, don't forget to do the YouTube things. Make sure you like, subscribe, all the nice things. But let's continue with the story. All right, so last time, if you guys watched the episode, we're trying to get back the book that's going to help us. But some guards found them before they found our secret hideout. And, that sucks, because now we have to either fight them or try to get the book back a different way. We can try to do an illusion, and I did say that I was going to play as a mage, so we're going to do that. We're going to cast an illusion, try to maybe, trick the guard. Like, personally, what I would do is just kind of make a shadow and run the opposite direction to make the guard go that way. I don't know. That's what I would do. Let's see what we do in the game, though. So let's cast an illusion for mana. Let's go. You could either cast an illusion on yourself to impersonate someone, or you could create an illusion apart from yourself, perhaps ahead of them, to distract them as you go for the book. Either way, the illusion will not last long. You begin whispering the incantations while imagining the details of the images you are about to create. Which kind of illusion do you cast? So the guy's a skilled fighter. William, I believe, was his name. He is a skilled fighter. The other guy, we assume that he only knows divination spells, which obviously can't fight back. So let's see. A double of yourself. Gang of violent thugs. Doesn't matter, because obviously he's a skilled. Impersonate Reginald. No, why would that matter? I would say a double of yourself. I think honestly that's the best one, because my thought process through this is, I make a double of myself. He knows that he's looking for me. He's gonna go chase after him, which gives me a chance to take the book from the other guy. So we're gonna do that one. A double of myself. So mana decreased by 3 and morale increased by 2. Who better to cast an illusion of than yourself? Plus, again, yeah, we know what we look like, so that would be the best. And what would make a more convincing distraction to William and Uxiel than to have appear before their eyes the very men they're hunting? You weave your way through the dense crowd until you are close enough to make a dash for the book. While still blending into the crowd, practicing your art, you needn't see your hands under your cloak to trace the intricate pattern required of your spell. William shouts, and Uxiel gasps as they spot you several paces ahead of them. Your illusionary face is clear under the hood of a green cloak. As you had expected, William charges after your fleeing illusion as Uxiel, who is no good in fight, stares after him. You dash up and snatch the book from Uxiel, and then grab for the bag of your other belongings. 2 of them, Uxiel screams. William, sword drawn, turns back and sees you. Stop! He shouts. Seeing cold steel convinces you to give up on the bag and just run. William shouts again and struggles through a throng of people to catch up, but you have a good head start, and unlike William, wear no armor. It is not long before you have lost him in the evening foot traffic. As you hunch over, panting to catch your breath, you consider your next move. It will not take them long to realize what just happened, if they have not already. At least by denying Uxiel the seer your most dear possession, it will take him longer to find you. Nevertheless, he will still eventually locate your soul's energy. He still has the rest of your possessions, and although your soul's imprint on those items is more dispersed than on your spellbook, he will still have enough to eventually track you. I am not the only fugitive in this city. There must be a way to thwart the seers, you think. Although known as adventurous and even reckless at times, you have always been more or less law-abiding. You know little about how the underground of Ring City functions. Perhaps now would be a good time to learn more. There's only one person you know who might help you. A girl you grew up with named Mala. She is a woman now, working in a brothel in one of the seediest districts of the city. She is no criminal herself, however, as a girl she was always inquisitive and talkative. Given the reputation of her neighborhood, you are certain she will know an outlaw or two. Another option is to go back and try to kill Uxiel, but he is guarded and murdering someone of importance is in broad daylight, even in this dodgy neighborhood, is beyond dangerous. No matter what, you feel you must do something to keep hidden. What do you do? So let's see. So I definitely don't think we need to try to kill him. Plus, I ain't no murderer. So we're going to actually try to talk to Mala, even though, again, we're putting at risk that he may be able to find us. But based on what I'm understanding here, it's going to take some time before he can actually find us. So we're going to actually talk to Mala and see if maybe we can learn the ways of the street. It disturbs you that the thought of murdering Uxiel even crossed your mind. He's merely carrying out his duty. Not only would such a move make you a real murderer, the killing would be senseless. After all, they would only hire another seer to find you. Likely a more powerful one. Unfortunately, talking to Mala will not be a trivial task either. You will have to get through the wall between the middle ring, where you are now, the outer ring, where Mala's brothel is. Now might be a good time to tell you a bit more about the city you grew up in. Great, so we get to learn about our city. That definitely adds depth to the story, so that's good to know. So let's learn. Let's learn together. Ring City is so named because it consists of 3 circular walls inside one another, like the rings on a tree stump. The first wall, the inner ring, was built when the city was born. Back then, the city, a town really, was commonly known as Hell's Gate. The wall was built to defend her residents from the brutal giants of Landas, who lived in the forests and mountains nearby. That sounds like Attack on Titan, not gonna lie. If you guys have watched Attack on Titan, please make sure you leave a like, because that's pretty much the whole story. Who live in the forest and, giants of Landas who lived in the forests and mountains nearby. As the city population grew and the wall could no longer contain the residents, another wall, bringing the previous one, was built. In the next century, yet another wall was built outside the second one, as the giants were driven away and replaced with the savage northern barbarians who, in turn, were replaced by the voracious goblin hordes. The 2 inner walls, besides providing additional layers of protection, also divided the city into 3 district social strata. The inner circle, the smallest by far, is reserved for nobility and their servants. The second circle, or the middle ring, as it is called, is where the well-to-do commoners live, along with successful merchants, guildmasters, wealthy craftsmen, and the like. Finally, the outer ring, the largest of the 3, is for the rest. Many of the men in the outer ring are miners who toil in the gold and silver mines of nearby mountains. To ensure that citizens do not frequent rings outside their status without a good cause, all the inner walls have gates, which are monitored by guards. Fortunately, you are passing from the middle ring to the outer ring, which is to say that you are going from a better neighborhood to a lesser one, so the wall guards are not likely to scrutinize you too much. After all, they can presume you are a good citizen to have come from the second ring, and if you want to slum about in the outer ring, that's your business. Still, you are a wanted man and you cannot use your illusions or charms to pass through, because every gate has an anti-magic field around it to prevent such chicanery. Although it takes a great deal of walking, you go ahead and scout out all 3 gates. Each has a single guard. You know all of them. Reginald was once a guard himself, so through him you know most city guards, at least by reputation. The first gate is manned by Flusen, an honest and dedicated man who is an old friend of yours. The second is manned by Ton. Reginald hated Ton because he believed he was dishonest and corrupt. On the other hand, Ton might be someone you could bribe. The third gate is manned by Selaphas, who is neither noble nor corrupt, but merely incompetent. Which guard do you try to get past? So in this one, honestly, we're gonna leave the decision for the next video. But just to kind of give you a preview, it's probably gonna be the incompetent one. We don't want to go with the honest one because, of course, you know, he's just gonna not let us through if he knows who we are and that we're, you know, they're looking for me. The other guy seems like I have to pay him to go. Like, he'll be like, he doesn't say that he's not smart. So we're gonna go with option 3, which is Selaphas the incompetent. But again, guys, we're gonna leave that for the next video. Let's see what happens next. Thank you very much for joining me today. Hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you.